Good afternoon, friends. I'm Dr. Aajay Shah, and I'm bringing you this another afternoon live. After I finish my quick healthy lunch and finish my work, I spare about 10-15 minutes every afternoon to bring this live. My mission, my goal is to educate you as much as possible. I read every day. I watch YouTube videos. I listen to audiobooks. I refer articles. I refer different studies. I read different textbooks and then eventually formulate this mini lives and this long lives. So good news is that we are now about 32,000 followers, which is a great achievement in the last 6 months. Thanks to you, thanks to my family, thanks to all the friends. But big thanks to all the followers who have invited many people from their friends and family to like our page. So please invite at least 25 people out of your friends and family to like our page. We also have now 100 YouTube videos to watch them. Many of them are long, many of them are 10 to 15 minutes long. Some of them are 2-3 hours long. There's a diabetes video for 4 hours, which everything you need to know about diabetes is in those videos. So today we're going to talk about something which I already have talked once before, but I've expanded some of the information. And the talk is about microbiome and fiber. So again, fiber is one of the most ignored nutrient. Fiber is one of the most ignored nutrient. We all need to eat more fiber. So in general, the recommendation for fiber is about 30 gram. We actually need to eat about 50 gram of fiber to be healthy. And in my opinion, more the better. Even 70 gram of fiber would be even best to live long. Fiber is the only nutrient which has been proven to show the benefit in mortality. Every extra 10 gram of fiber we eat, there's a 10% reduction in mortality. So imagine if we go from eating 10 gram of fiber to 50 gram of fiber, there will be 40% reduction in mortality. So how much fiber we eat? The recommendation is about 30 gram per day. In America, average is 10 to 15 gram. And many people I know, many patients I know, eat only about 5 gram of fiber per day. And that's partly because of standard American diet, which has a lot of processed food, almost 60-65%, and a lot of animal products, almost 20 to 25%. Animal products, including red meat, chicken, fish, dairy, milk, cheese, carry no fiber. They don't have any fiber. Fiber only comes from plant-based food. So again, we eat much less fiber than we're supposed to eat. If you look at some of the African countries where people are still hunter-gatherers, they actually have 100 to 150 gram of fiber. And 2,000-3,000 years ago, 4,000-5,000 years ago, we ate almost 60 to 80, 100 gram of fiber. 10,000 years ago, we ate about 100 gram of fiber. So again, we definitely have gone down in terms of amount of fiber we eat in a Western diet. And that's partly the reason many chronic diseases are happening. So why fiber is important? There are two types of fiber, soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber is involved into regulating your bowel movements. So your regularity of how many bowel movements you will have per day, whether you will have a form stool, whether you will have diarrhea, whether you will have constipation. So again, that's insoluble fiber. And insoluble fiber has shown some benefit in terms of preventing colon cancer, preventing diverticulosis, and many other colonic intestinal disease. But the important fiber, in my opinion, the most important fiber is a soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is the one where our microbiome in the colon, that means those bacteria residing in the colon, digest and metabolize and act on the soluble fiber and create different type of chemicals which are very beneficial in terms of preventing many disease. One of the important chemical is small chain fatty acid, And there are three types of small chain fatty acid, butyrate, acetate, and propionate. All three, and there are many other type of small chain fatty acids. These are the three main type of small chain fatty acid, SCFA. These are very beneficial. They have shown significant amount of benefit in terms of preventing prediabetes, preventing diabetes, even preventing obesity, preventing many immune disorder, preventing even many neurologic disorder, including depression, benefits in preventing heart attack, even making you live long, even preventing some of the asthma and many other autoimmune disorders. So this small chain fatty acid, which are derived from soluble fiber by the action of this bacteria in our colon, is very, very critical, very critical. I am preparing a 2-hour talk on fiber and microbiome, mostly on microbiome, which will be ready in about a month. So please stay tuned for a talk on microbiome. Today we are talking about mostly fiber. So how can we increase fiber in our diet? It is definitely proven that people who eat more fiber live long. So now the goal is to increase the fiber in our diet. Like I said, fiber only comes from plant-based food. Plant-based food. So we need to eat plant-based food. Now again, plant-based food could be a processed food, which could be factory made. When the factory made food is taken from plants, a lot of the fibers are removed. For example, white bread, white rice. So we need to eat the plant-based food in its whole form, the way it was on the farm, the way it was made without removing any fiber. And those typically are whole food, plant-based food, including raw vegetables, cooked vegetables, intact grain like quinoa, barley, and other things. So again, we need to eat whole food, plant-based food. And to have adequate calories from whole food, plant-based food, we need to have a small amount of grain, but mostly it should be vegetables, raw and cooked, and fruits. And small amount of grain to make up the calorie, whatever our daily caloric requirements are. Like I said, animal products do not have any fiber, so try to avoid animal products as much as possible. You don't have to go vegan. Try to have 10% calorie from animal products, but 90% of your calories should come from whole food, plant-based food. So there was a question about how do you maintain a healthy liver? Well, that's a very broad question. The most common disease right now in America for liver is actually fatty liver. People who are overweight or obese, they develop a lot of fat in the liver, and those fats are deposited into liver cells, and because of that, they develop cirrhosis. And now cirrhosis from fatty liver is the most common reason for liver transplant. So fatty liver is the most common disease, and fatty liver is a completely preventable, reversible disease. I will cover how to prevent fatty liver in a separate talk. Today we are talking more about fiber and microbiome. So let's continue with that. But to answer Wanda's question about healthy liver, I will have a separate talk on healthy liver in the next few days. I can do that today, but I want to stay focused on this fiber talk. So again, microbiome is very important. There are about in America, for an average American, there are about 1,000, 1,200 types of different bacteria reside in our colon, in our intestine, mostly in the colon. If you actually analyze the bacteria from colon in many of the African countries, like Hadza African countries, they actually have 1,600 different type of bacteria. So this diversity of bacteria, different types of bacteria in colon is very important. Less diversity you have, that means less different type of bacteria you have in colon, you have a higher chance of chronic disease, including obesity, diabetes, and many autoimmune disorder, including asthma. So we need to have diversity of this bacteria in our colon. So there are three terms I want you to know: prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic. Prebiotic is the one where our bacteria rely on to get a nutrition and to get other energy. And those are prebiotic. And prebiotic typically are beans and many other fiber containing food. Probiotic are actually truly the bacteria which reside in our colon. And you must have heard the term probiotic because there are probiotic supplements available which people can take. And there are things called postbiotic, which are actually the chemicals which are made by this bacteria when they digest the soluble fiber. And those are postbiotic. And there are various type of postbiotic, but the common type of postbiotic is small chain fatty acid, like I explained you earlier. Again, we need to eat more fiber. How can you start that? Start with a one meal. Have one meal completely plant-based. So either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Have completely whole food plant-based, no oil diet. Start with one meal a day. Then in few days, few weeks, add a second meal, whole food plant-based, no oil diet. And after that, add a third meal. Eventually, your goal, your target should be having 90% of your calorie come from whole food plant-based diet and only 10% calorie come from animal products. Alcohol definitely is a killer of our healthy microbiome. So if you want to drink alcohol, no more than 1 to 2 drinks once or twice a week. Heavy alcohol definitely disturbs our microbiome, which can lead to many chronic disease. So what are the benefits of fiber? Benefits include fiber gives us satiety, fiber gives us fullness feeling, so we don't automatically eat too many calories. You must have gone through many instances where eating fiberless food, eating animal products, eating sugar, just plain sugar, makes you hungry in like 1 hour or 2 hours. On the other hand, if you have a fiber-based food, you stay full for a few hours. Fiber actually is proven to increase the longevity. Fiber actually has shown to cause less prediabetes, less heart disease, less colon cancer, less obesity, less diverticulosis, less chance of having high blood pressure, even less inflammation. Even it can actually lower cholesterol and actually also lower the estrogen and estrogen-related cancer. So again, fiber actually has proven many benefits. And a lot of these benefits from the fiber is because of the soluble fiber, which has been acted upon by this bacteria in our colon. So again, I will be giving a 2-hour talk on microbiome and on fiber in about 2 or 3 weeks, so please stay tuned. Taking fiber supplement is a fair call. Most fiber supplements are insoluble fiber, so they may make your bowel movement regular, but they don't have shown any benefits in terms of longevity and preventing many chronic disease, including diabetes. So fiber supplements are good to get you regular in terms of bowel movement, preventing constipation, preventing diverticulosis, but they are not proven to benefit other diseases. So the best way to get the fiber is from whole food plant-based diet, not from the supplements. In terms of taking probiotic or bacteria itself, the best thing is that you eat fermented food, either kombucha or any kind of fermented food. Like in our Indian tradition, we call andvo. There are all the traditions have fermented food. You can even make a sauerkraut from cabbage. So have a fermented food, and that's the best way to get all various type of healthy bacteria. You can also take probiotic supplement. Look for a quality supplement which can stay alive. Bacteria can stay alive outside the refrigerator, and they have a longer shelf life in terms of guaranteed live culture even after purchasing it. So again, when you buy probiotic, make sure you buy quality probiotic. I will be doing a separate video again, like on microbiome. So I'll be discussing a lot about probiotic supplement. So again, important thing is eat more fiber, have minimum 30 gram of fiber. I actually recommend 50 gram of fiber. I probably in my diet get at least 40 to 60 gram of fiber. Most Americans get less than 15 gram. Some Americans get actually only 5 gram of fiber. In my opinion, that's not acceptable. That's very dangerous. That's going to lead to many chronic disease. That's going to lead to many issues, including living less. So let's increase our fiber in our diet. So again, This was a small talk on fiber and microbiome. I will be again doing a long talk on microbiome in about few weeks, so please stay tuned. If you like this video, share with your friends and family. Definitely invite your friends and family to like our page. We have crossed now 32,000, so we are just providing everything you need to stay healthy and happy. Thank you.